What is going on, you guys? It's your girl Diana, back at you with another YouTube video. The Meganium raids have been live for a couple of days, so today I'm going to be going over a solo strategy that you can use in case you don't have a group to take them down. So let's go ahead and hop into it. So Meganium is of course going to be level 100. It is usually a grass type, but it will have the psychic terror type for this raid. It does have the ability Leaf Guard, which means that it prevents any status conditions from happening in harsh sunlight. And its main moveset is going to be Seed Bomb, Zen Headbutt, Body Press, and Curse. It does also have access to moves like Bulldoze. However, it does focus on this main moveset, especially Curse, because it likes to raise its own stats. But other than Bulldoze, it does also set up both Reflect and Light Screen right at the beginning of the raid. So it is going to have quite a bit of like buffs for itself to stop you from doing as much damage. And like I mentioned in my previous video, the best Pokemon to solo this raid if you don't have a group to go into it with is probably going to be Annihilate, which is what I used, which is of course a fighting and ghost type Pokemon, so it is going to take super effective damage from Zen Headbutt, but once you terastallize to a ghost, you will lose that weakness to psychic type attacks. The held item that you do want to go to for Annihilate is going to be Scope Lens, since it does boost its critical hit ratio, and it is also going to have the ability Defiant, so if you get hit by a Bulldoze, for example, and get your speed lowered, it's actually going to end up boosting your attack stat. EV Spread is going to be full HP and full attack with an adamant nature, and its moveset is going to be Taunt, Focus Energy, Rage Fist, and Bulk Up. Taunt is there to prevent Meganium from using Curse and boosting its own stats. Focus Energy is going to once again help you get more critical hits. Rage Fist is going to be your attacking move of choice, and Bulk Up is going to be your setup move. I will say this right now though, that when I show you the footage for my raid, I forgot to change Screech to Focus Energy, so I did not have that during my example of the raid. However, I was still able to solo even without Focus Energy. So I guess that's a testament to Annihilate. But without further ado, let's go ahead and hop into the actual strategy. So I did want to quickly mention that I definitely got lucky with NPC partners in this raid because I happen to get Arcanine, who has Intimidate, which helps out a lot in the long run since obviously Meganium is using physical attacks. So I would definitely recommend resetting if you don't get an Intimidate user in your party, just to make your life easier, because yeah, you're going to be getting hit left and right with physical attacks. But as you can see, literally turn 0, it does go ahead and set up Reflect as well as Light Screen, which is always annoying. We're going to go ahead and use Taunt turn 1 because it wants to set up with Curse literally right after it sets up to its screen. So we don't want to deal with any of that. So as you can see, it can no longer use Curse, which is nice. And we're going to go ahead and go for our first Rage Fist here. So we are also going to strategically feint in this raid, so just be aware of that ahead of time. But here is Rage Fist number 1, and this is obviously not going to do any damage because we haven't taken any hits, so Rage Fist has not been powered up. Here we're getting hit by a Zen Headbutt, which obviously we do take super effective damage. I also got critted, so hate that for me. But that's just because we're currently fighting and ghost. Here is my second Rage Fist. We are going to, once again, not do that much damage, but that's okay because we did happen to avoid a Zen Headbutt this turn. I'm going to go ahead and use Taunt once again because it wore off already because raid turns go super fast. So once again, we don't want it to use Curse because that is annoying. And it did fall for the taunt, and we are going to get hit by another Zen Headbutt here, which probably is enough to take no, we actually survived, but we are very low health here. So I'm going to go ahead and go for my final Rage Fist, which means that when I do inevitably faint here, I will be able to come back and immediately terastallize. So yeah, we're not doing a lot of damage yet, but we will after we Tera. Here is the final Zen Headbutt that finally takes me out. And what's nice is that we did avoid the nullification of all of like the ability changes and all of the stat changes. So even if we did stay alive and we wanted to do more damage, we would have had to reset up anyway. But now that we are back, we're going to go ahead and, like I said, immediately terastallize to lose that weakness to the Zen Headbutts and go for our first Bulk Up. So now that we're a pure Ghost type and we also use Bulk Up, which not only raises attack but also raises defense, we will be taking the Zen Headbutts a lot better now. So here we are getting hit by a Zen Headbutt, and you can see it did like nothing basically. And we're going to go for our second Bulk Up. And this is going to help us hit harder with Rage Fist as well as, like I said, take these physical hits a lot better. Here's another Zen Headbutt hitting us as well, and you can see that it's doing minimal damage. I'm gonna go ahead and go for a third bulk up here. If you have focus energy, that is where you're gonna wanna use focus energy. So 2 bulk ups and a focus energy after you terastalize. But like I said, I forgot to change out my Screech for focus energy, so I went for 3 bulk ups, which did end up working in the long run. But now we're gonna go ahead and go for our first Rage Fist that has been powered up by all of the hits as well as our setup, and you'll see that it does a ton of damage. It basically almost takes out the entire shield. Oh, and I got a crit as well, so you know, our scope lens was probably coming in clutch right there. Brother is using Curse, which is always annoying, but it does make him slower, so we are going to be hitting first. And I'm going to go ahead and basically just spam Rage Fist at this point. And this Rage Fist obviously is going to take out the shield since it's literally living on a prayer right now. But it is going to be taking the Rage Fist a lot better just because it is also setting itself up at this point. Oh, Seed Bomb. That's another one that it uses that I forgot to mention previously, is that it also uses Seed Bomb. It was not very smart, and it did try to use Body Press, so we love being immune to that. And I'm gonna go for Rage Fist. And this Rage Fist should bring it down pretty low. I mean, yeah, we should probably be able to take it out in like 2 more turns. And here is Bulldoze coming out, which is great because it is going to proc our Defiant, which means that we're going to get another boost. Why am I getting critted so often in this raid? Hello? I would like it to be the other way around, but that's also my fault for not having focus energy. It is going to be faster than us at this point, so we are going to get hit first, but at the end of the day, like I said, that kind of helps Rage Fist because it gets powered up the more times you get hit. So we are going to get hit by a Zen Headbutt here, and it doesn't do too much damage. We should be fine. We're going to go ahead and do a ton of damage in return. Boom. And we'll be able to take it out next turn. So here we go for our final Rage Fist here. Getting hit by another Zen Headbutt. We only avoided 1, which is very much like Diana luck. But as you can see, that did like nothing. And here is our final Rage Fist. And Meganium has been defeated by a lovely Annihilate. And like I said, if you're smart, you will change out Screech for focus energy and you will get a higher critical hit ratio, especially with the scope lens, as your held item. So you'll have a much easier time than I did, and maybe you will be the one critting instead of getting critted like me. And of course the item drops have been improved since you do now get Herba Mystica. But there you have it, that is one of the easiest ways that you can solo the Meganium raids. Hopefully you guys found this video helpful, and leave a comment down below with what you used to solo them so that other people can get ideas as well. But hopefully you guys found this video helpful, and if you did, I kindly suggest you consider subscribing so that I can continue to make content for you guys. And if you were already subscribed and you would like another way to support the channel, feel free to check out the merch store. There is a link down below in the description that takes you to not only my merch store, but also all of my other socials so you can keep up with what I'm doing on a daily basis. But thank you guys so much for watching, and thank you to those of you who have joined the channel as members. I appreciate you all so much. I love you guys, and I will see you in the next video. Bye guys!